Alright guys, so I didn't really want to vlog because recently I just found out that my son has Kawasaki disease. And Kawasaki disease is wherein, I don't know, I'm not sure, but a vein in your heart expands to a point that you could get an aneurysm, but to the heart, I'm not sure. And if you get an aneurysm, the heart will explode, and it hurts so much because, well, it's my firstborn, and I don't have anything. Well, I don't know anything about it. He was admitted Sunday night, and then we admitted him in LPDH, which is Las-Pinas Doctors Hospital. And as soon as we arrived there, they inserted an IV to him, but it missed, or it popped a vein, I'm not sure. And then they transferred it to another hand, but then it popped again, so they had to wait for about 30 minutes or to an hour, and then they had to try again. And eventually they inserted the IV into his hand. I'm sorry about the jittery video, but I'll explain it to you later. So they inserted it to his hand finally, and then we were able to go to our room. As soon as we arrived there, however, we noticed that his hand was begun swelling up. So what happened was, the vein popped, and they had to remove the IV again and transfer it to his feet. So they had to insert an IV to him 4 times, which really sucks because I hate it when my son is crying. And yeah, so anyway, time passed by. They x-rayed him, and then we waited for the results, and then they said that it was pneumonia. I was actually relieved because at first they thought that it was Kawasaki disease, and so yeah, I was relieved. However, 2 days after, we waited 2 days before we could do the 2D echo because the technician, or I don't know, the doctor wasn't there, so you had to wait for her. So they did 2D echo, and then yeah, they found out that it was a Kawasaki disease. Sorry if the vlog is sort of messy because right now I'm going to Viscar. I don't know. I'll write the name of the company here, but they sell the IVIG, which is immunoglobulin whatever. And yeah, it takes about an hour to get to their office from Las-Pinas Doctors. I wanted to go there as soon as I can because I have to get the, well, originally they're the ones who's going to the hospital to give the vials of the IVIG. However, if you buy the IVIG, you should pay cash, and it's, well, I don't know how many. I think we're buying 11 vials, which costs about 100,000 pesos, which is very expensive. And we found out that he had Kawasaki disease at around 5 p.m. and then we opted to get the IVIG as soon as possible. However, they couldn't deliver the IVIG since it's cash on delivery and the banks are already closed. So when I found out that I had to pay 100,000, I just couldn't because the banks were already closed. So I told them that I'll just go to their office and pay there, and then get the vials so they could start as soon as possible. Well, turns out they're gonna do it at 7 a.m. tomorrow. It's already 10:30 p.m. So I'm just gonna go to their office and get the vials and then go back to the hospital. And then yeah, we'll wait for the doctors to arrive 7 a.m. tomorrow, and then they're gonna insert the IVIG to him. Hopefully it turns out good, because I found out that if the IVIG doesn't work after, because he's supposed to get an IVIG, and then for 6 weeks he's gonna have to take aspirin for 6 weeks, and then after that they're gonna have to check him again, and if the IVIG didn't work, he's supposed to get another dosage of the IVIG. So yeah, that's my story for the vlog. I just had to do it because this really hurts. It's my firstborn, it's my one and only son, and I just want to do everything that I can in my power for me to be able to, of course, save the life of my son. It's not easy for me because it's my first time. I don't know, I haven't heard about Kawasaki disease before, so this is the first time I'm hearing about it, and I found out that it's actually very deadly. So yeah, hopefully it turns out good. I guess I'll I don't know. So yeah, sorry if I wasn't vlogging that much for the past few weeks. I've been really busy. Work is so hard, and I couldn't I just don't know what to vlog about. Well, here's my story, and I hope you guys understand. I'll vlog again as soon as I can. Yeah. So yeah, I'll go to the office, their office right now. I talked to the what do you call this, the agent, and she said that she's gonna ask the one who's gonna give me the vials in her office to wait. So I'm rushing there. So yeah, so I'll see you guys as soon as I can vlog again. Comment down below if you want to know more, or if you want to know who we contacted. It's about, I don't know if I should say the price, but it's 100,000 pesos for 11 vials, 2.5 grams. I'm not sure. So it's here. Hopefully you can read that. But yeah, I'll update you guys. So I got the IVIG already, and it's just this small. Let's see, how do I do this? Anyway, it's this small. So yeah, I'll dash back to the hospital. Wait, sorry. Yep. And yeah, I'll see you there. Just going home.
tayo na sa mo, be?
Wala, nilagay na sa kotse. Masakit ba? Wala. Hindi, tatanggalin na, baby. Wala.
O, diba?
Oh,
Wala na yung isa.
Wow. Wala, baby, wala. Hindi. Mm. Yes. Oh, no.
Wow. Malapit na.
Wow. Mm. Hindi. No more na. Wala, no more na yan. No more! Wow!
Ate, wala na. Oh, stop, diba? Stop. Oh, stop.
No more na, hindi na, wow! No more na.
So the Kawasaki disease only took us, well, technically we arrived in the hospital on July 29, which was a Sunday, and then it took us 2 days before we could get the, what do you call that, the 2D echo, and that was the only day that we knew that Axel had Kawasaki disease. So that day, which was the video before this, well, the next day, well, I got that August 1, and then August 2, I got that July 31, August 1, which was yesterday. My son was injected with the IVIG. So it only took 1 day for the IVIG to be served to him or injected to him. It took 12 hours. And then the next day, which is today, July 2, we get to go home. And yeah, that was what the doctor said. So we have to give him 6 weeks of 50 milligrams of aspirin, which will be wherein we crush the aspirin, and then we when it's in powder form, we mix it with chucky, and then that's the only time he could drink it. So yeah, hopefully my son turns out well. The Kawasaki disease finally is finished or done, and I don't know. Hopefully that's the last of it, because in 2 weeks we'll be going back to the doctor who did the 2D echo, and then after that we'll know for sure if it reoccurred or not. Hopefully it doesn't, because we're gonna have to inject him with another batch of 11 IVIGs. So yeah, I guess that's my story for this whole week. Monday I had surgery, and then I didn't go to any surgeries for the past 4 days, 3 days. So yeah, tomorrow I do have a surgery in PGH, and yeah, well, I want you guys to be aware of the Kawasaki disease, because I heard that, well, the doctor told me that it's already spreading, but it's already known here in the Philippines that Filipinos get more. I don't know, basta there's a lot of instances where kids has Kawasaki disease here in the Philippines. I thought it was rare, but I guess now it is not. And if ever you guys have, your son's, daughter's, friend, son, whatever, has Kawasaki disease, don't hesitate to ask any information that you need. I'll be more than happy to help. And yeah, thanks guys.